All right, so in this assignment, on the circle here, guys, look at the circle. So the first thing you're going to do is make a chord. I don't care where you make it. Just draw a line that cuts through the circle twice. Okay? So in other words, like that. You can do it exactly like me. That's totally fine. It doesn't have to be right there. Go ahead. Do the line. Yeah, follow along with me. Damien. Called out on the video. I won't say your last name though, Mr. Sir Crookston. Oh, dang it. And then you're going to measure, you're going to do a perpendicular bisector of this by measuring at least more than half. Oh, ring that bell, Damien. I've already decided this video is going to have to be thrown away. I've already decided. And then, well, for one, it's going to take this video, it's going to be twice as long as it needs to because everyone's talking. I will never put a video up that's so long because it's inefficient and no one's going to want to watch it. Yeah, and no, see, exactly for that reason. Yeah. Nope. Anyway, make a perpendicular bisector. You have to draw an arc there and an arc there. Then repeat that for the other side. Make an arc and an arc. You guys are like my granddaughter. When the phone comes out to record them doing something cute, they turn on the whatever and they become instant camera hogs. And that's you guys. So you make a perpendicular bisector. I am only concerned about this line right here inside the circle. This is called the diameter. It is a special chord. It is the biggest chord in the circle. Now, somewhere in here, the center of the circle is there, but I don't know where. And the only way to find it is to do a perpendicular bisector of this line right now. So now one more time, I'm going to set my compass to be more than half of that chord, and I will make a mark above and below, and then switch to the other side, make it above and below. And then you connect it. There are already videos online about this, so I don't need to spend a whole lot of time. This intersection right there is the center of the circle. Moving on. When you're trying to find a line tangent to a point on the circle, you connect the center of the circle and the point, and you're going to go through it, okay? You're going to go through it. The goal is to create a perpendicular line to that point. So I will set my compass to a distance that I know will cross the line in two places. So that's good right there. And if I flip it, it'll cross there. So now I'm going to make marks there and there. I will adjust my compass to be bigger because now I need to make marks up here. I will then make a mark there and there. And this line, if I connect this intersection with that point, this is a line tangent to a circle, including the point on a circle. This will always be a perpendicular line, always. I'm not going to repeat that because this one is the same process. If you need to, pause the video, go back, redo it, whatever. I'm going to go on to the other side. Number 4 and 5 are the same, so I'm only going to do one of them. And I'll just do 4 for ease of, just to be easier. The way this is, you're going to make a tangent through this line, a tangent to the circle that goes through that line, which means a line that's going to look something like this. It's going to go from here and just touch the circle once. But here's how you do it. Connect the center of the circle to that point and just draw a segment like that. We now need to find the exact middle of this and a perpendicular. So the way you do it is you take your compass, and you should know how to do this now. Make sure you've got it measured at least more than half. Start on one end, make a mark above, make a mark below, flip to the other end. make a mark above, make a mark below. Find the exact center by I don't need to draw this whole line. I just need to know where that is right there. That's the only thing I need to know. But now, since I know exactly halfway between this point and the center, that's all I needed, halfway between the point and the center. I set my compass to be that exact distance. So like if I put my compass here, it has to hit the center of my circle. So I adjust it to be like that. Whoops, my compass was off. So right there. And now I'm going to use that distance. I'm going to use this distance here to make a mark on my circle right there and right there. So make sure it's there, and then swing an arc up and intersect the circle there and one below. I'm doing it twice to show you can do it above or below. Because from this point, a line can either go above the circle or below the circle. And this is the point where that line would hit. This is called the point of tangency. Put that in your notes. Copy that down, pause the video, put that in your notes. So this point right there, and then also this point above, and something you need to be aware of is that if I draw a line from the circle to the edge, that's always called the radius. From the center to the edge, that's the radius. But if I draw the radius from the center touching that same point of tangency, that will be perpendicular. That will be a guaranteed 90 degrees right there. This is 90. It'll always happen. Wherever the radius and that tangent line are common, whatever point they have in common, will always form a 90-degree angle. And that'll happen here too. You guys will see this later on in the course, maybe in November, February, something like that. I don't know. It depends on where it is. So that's 90-degree angle there. You'll duplicate the same process. Try to imagine what would happen if I moved that point, at this point, closer to the circle. What would happen to the distance? Would this line move this way or would it move that way? If I moved this point closer, it would move up. What would happen if I moved this point all the way until it touched the circle? These two lines would completely straighten out to be one straight line. All right, the next one down here, number 6. We haven't done anything like this, but using some logic and some thinking. Imagine this. If I connect the corners, and if I draw the diagonals of this rectangle, I'm basically finding the circumcenter of a circle that would contain this. Especially because I know that's a rectangle. Rectangle means this side is congruent with that side, and this side is congruent with that side. And they're all 90 degrees anyway. Remember, 90-degree angles, they have to be on a circle. And this 90-degree angle here means they're all on a circle. But anyway, this is the center of the circle. Put your compass there, measure out to the corner, and you've got a circle that will circumscribe that. And I'm just going to rotate the paper because that's so much easier. There. Just like that. Then last but not least, finding a circle that contains all 3 points. It doesn't matter which one I do. I'm only going to do one of them. But here I'm going to bisect the difference between these 2 points. For me, I'm going to label them A, B, and C. You don't have to. But I will take my compass and measure a distance that's more than half the distance between A and B. I will make a mark above and below that line AB. Switch to A. Make that mark there. And now, if I kind of visualize the triangle, I can see that it's an acute triangle, so the center where they cross is going to be somewhere around here. That's the only area I'm concerned about having a line on. So I'm not even going to draw the whole thing. I'm just going to draw something like that. And then I'm going to pick maybe A, C, or B. I'm going to bisect BC, okay? I can do all three of them. It doesn't matter. I'll set my compass to something a little more but less than the whole distance, a little more than half. Put it on C, make a mark on the other side, put it on B, make a mark, then switch and make a mark on this one. Now I'm just looking for where they intersect. And here and there, this is where they intersect. This point right there, that dot is the center of my circle containing those points. So let's see how accurate that is. I will put my center my compass there. I'll measure A. And I'll just do a little check, see if it's drawing right. See if it goes through B. Yep. And if it goes through C. Yep. I just double check it before I commit to the circle. And there. That's all you need to do. So this is showing your work, so I expect to see your work on all this, and that's it for that assignment.